Well?
Tacklin's got 18 wall arm, and Saddles is on 3 of them.
And there's 18 beds in the bunkhouse, and the blankets is gone off and all but one of them.
It all adds up to everybody being gone. Except for the people in the house and the wrangler with a broke arm.
If there's only some way of knowing when these are coming back.
Well, the quality lady said they'd be back shortly.
Looks like we're gonna have to settle for $100 in the wagon wheel.
We ain't ready to give up yet. So that's where that little yellow-haired gal kited off to. Get a doctor, I bet you. I best go up there and see how that poor fellow's coming along.
Lupe. ¿Tú estás aquí?
It's all right, it's all right. Now, you just be quiet.
Acuéstate cerca de mí. Quiero abrazarte. Dame un besito.
Oh, Mr. Heath, you better not do that. You just lay back down and rest now.
No sign of consciousness?
None, and he doesn't have a fever. His breathing seems regular.
Howdy.
Hello. Put that bandage on.
I did.
It's filthy.
Well, it may look that way, but I boiled it before I put it on.
Any sign of his coughing?
No coughing or breathing bubbling.
Good. There's no internal bleeding. Probably suffered a contusion is all, no skull fracture. What's this poultice?
Cloverwort and mare's tail. I cleaned it up with soap and whiskey.
Yeah. You might have done worse.
I know that. I'm a healer, too.
Are you? Order some hot water, please. Has he shown any sign of coming around?
Well, in a way. A little while ago, he was talking in Spanish. I don't know what he said. I don't think he knows neither.
We'll just wash him up, take a better look.
Can I help you?
We're just wondering how that poor fellow's doing.
I'm sure he's doing fine, thank you.
Best go up and see for myself.
Condition is serious, but not critical. Be strong, young man. Just see that he stays in bed. You know, Victoria, if they were rustlers, they were pretty desperate or stupid. Think they'd get away with something like that in broad daylight?
Well, now, how is that poor fella?
Who's this?
This is Mr.
Cade's the name, but everybody calls me Daddy. It was us what saved him.
Well, Victoria, I'm going to have to go on down to Mrs. Henderson. They're begetting again. Real begetters. But I'll stop in on my way back this evening about 6 o'clock.
I'll have some dinner for you.
Oh, no thanks. Oh, if you excuse me, I'd like to talk to Mrs. Barclay and Audra. Alone?
Oh. Oh, sure. We'll wait outside the door.
These people are rawhiders. Did it ever occur to you that they might have shot Heath themselves?
I thought of that possibility, but it doesn't seem likely they'd shoot him and then bring him here.
Well, maybe you're right. Oh, that girl seems like a good nurse, but clean her up a little bit. Make her a little more sanitary. Well, I'll stop in on my way this evening. Well, never mind, Victoria. I know the way out.
Thanks, Howard.
I'll walk you down, Doc.
You've been on the trail a long time. Perhaps you'd like to freshen up.
Freshen up?
Take a bath?
Oh, surely.
And I have a dress that might be more comfortable.
Dress?
Mm-hmm.
You mean I could actually try it on?
You may keep it if you like.
Oh, I ain't never had a dress before. I guess I better go down to the creek and flake off a few inches of prairie dust.
You won't have to go to the creek. The bathtub is right here in the house.
I thank you, Doc. I said, thank you, Doc.
Good day.
Never took a real down-to-earth bath before. Daddy did, that one time. He used to talk about it around the campfire.
Your father must have led an interesting life.
Well, Daddy ain't my father. My folks was killed by Indians when I was about 4 or 5. These people just picked me up. Guess they couldn't find no place to leave me. I sure am tired of living like a rattlesnake. Run for shade when it's hot and hit for sunshine when it's cold. I was gonna leave several times. But leave to where? I mean, what can I do? Daddy can do sums and read some, but he won't teach no one else how to. Daddy thinks I'm gonna marry Pinto. Well, the day before I do that, I'm gonna take me a horseshoe knife and... Daddy says he took his bath in a real gold bathtub. Bet it wasn't nice as this. Daddy lies a lot.
Silas! Silas!
Yes, Miss Parker.
Do you remember if I left Nick's telegram here on the table?
Yes, ma'am. You left it right there on the table. And I didn't take it.
Oh, well, then I must have moved it someplace else without thinking.
No, ma'am. They took it. They know the men are not getting back tonight, don't they?
Look at here. This was sent from San Francisco on the 10th. It was yesterday. There ain't gonna be no men around here for the rest of the week.
Ooh, in that time, we can loot this place and get clean to Canada.
Not so fast, my fine feathered jackass. I happen to know that the doctor is gonna be back here around 6 o'clock. He's probably gonna keep a close look in on that poor fellow for a while.
Let's just kill him.
You don't kill no doctor. People miss him too quick, and they keep asking after him. No, they'd be on our trail in a minute.
Daddy's right.
No, we just gotta wait until he spreads his visits out of mind. Now, we gotta have at least 2 days for a getaway. They can track us over this soft ground, but we get up north in shale and limestone country, no wagon tracks. But Meanwhile, ain't no reason why we shouldn't enjoy the quality of this here place. No, we just gotta move slow like.
Who are you?
Allie Kay.
How'd I get here?
Somebody creased you with a bullet when we brung you in.
When did all this happen?
About 5 or 6 hours ago. Who's Loopy?
You know her? Why'd you ask?
Well, you was talking about her.
What'd they say?
What do you think you said?
Well, there's a lot of things I hope I didn't say.
Now, you're supposed to stay in bed.
I gotta finish tallying those cows and...
Allie Kay, why don't you go get some rest? I'll sit with him.
He might need some tending.
Well, I'll call if there's any need.
Thank you. You come any closer, your scalp's gonna be separated from your head!
Here. Now, what set this off?
It ain't fair, Daddy. It ain't fair.
We all gotta be a mite patient. Before long, we'll all get new clothes, but we gotta go slow with quality. Now, you're supposed to be up there with that young fella. You come down here just to kick up a fuss?
No, Daddy. I just came down to tell you I overheard Miss Barkley tell Silas to go get the eggs.
Oh.
No eggs? Well, there should be 4 or 5 dozen.
Miss Barker, those hen nests are as naked as jaybirds.
Well, they just didn't hatch and fly away.